Hey, good morning, everybody. So we're less than a month away now from my departure, and I really appreciate everybody's feedback and questions on the email address, pttjourney2018@gmail.com. I've been up to this point just talking about some small things. I've definitely got some big ideas and some opinions on things that are going on in our society these days, but I've been waiting to have some more followers and things like that. But a question came up. I've got some really good questions. And one came up I think I need to talk about, or at least want to express my opinion and feeling on it, and that is regarding folks that are kneeling for the national anthem. And someone asked me what I thought about that. And let me be real clear as best I can about my feelings on that. I think kneeling for the national anthem is one of the most cowardly acts we can do. Don't get me wrong, don't put words in my mouth. I'm not saying that people that do it are cowards. I don't say that at all. But I think it's a cowardly act. When you make a statement like that and don't actually follow it up with a statement, when you do something like that and leave it open for other people's agenda to run and don't say what it is you're looking to do, all you're really doing is causing more disservice to your country. This country allows you the freedom and liberty to express yourself in that way. People have fought for your country. If you can't stand 90 seconds for a song, then I would suggest one of two things to you. One is either get out of the country if you don't like it that much, okay, if it's that distasteful to you, or two, do something to affect change. Kneeling down for a national anthem doesn't do anything except one thing. It says that there's something wrong with the country and you are protesting whatever it might be, some form of injustice. Well, let me explain something to you as best I can. Okay, this country is not perfect. It is the greatest country in the world. We all know that. That goes without argument, okay? That's why we're here. That's why people flock to this country. Okay, it's the greatest country that we have. If you don't like it here, then do one of two things. Leave to go somewhere that you'll be more happy, okay, or do something to affect change. Simply kneeling is like sitting outside a house fire and yelling fire. It does nothing. Grab a bucket and try to put the fire out. Okay, if one bucket's not going to do it, then get 1,000 buckets, get 10,000 buckets, whatever it takes, but do something to affect change. It's ridiculous. I often look to music and songs to give me some sense of things sometimes. I think there's a lot of value in that. And at the end of this, I'm going to ask you to listen to a couple of songs or one song and one video. But, you know, it's just the craziest thing to me that people that have platforms don't choose to take advantage of the platform. If I called the town hall meeting, 3 people would show up and 2 of them would be my children. Okay, when you're an athlete, you have a form of celebrity. If you want to affect change, if you're not happy with something in this country, the way to go about doing it is to affect change. Call a town hall meeting. If you're not a celebrity and don't have the access to a town hall meeting, go speak to somebody of a different opinion. Speak to them, talk to them, communicate with them. Share your point, but do something constructive. Simply taking a knee and saying, I think there's injustice in the world is absolutely absurd, okay? You know, Arthur Ashe was a great tennis player that contracted AIDS at a time when AIDS was looked down upon in a lot of negative light. Okay, he didn't take a knee at national anthems and say, AIDS is bad and it kills people, okay? He went and affected change. He educated people. He spoke to people. He did a lot of things to change the perception of AIDS, okay? That's how you affect change in this country. Okay, simply taking a knee is one of the most cowardly things I've ever heard or seen, okay? If you have a platform, if you have an opinion, make it. Again, I'm not saying that taking a knee, those people are cowards. Don't put words in my mouth. I am not saying that. But simply taking a knee and saying, hey, you know what? We don't like the injustice in the world. Well, everybody can find some form of injustice. I'm a middle-aged white man, and I can find myself to be persecuted sometimes. Okay, if you don't like being here, if the country upsets you that much, then do something about it. Okay, that's all I'm saying. On another note, you know, a couple of things I want you to talk about. If you really believe in what I'm saying, share this video, and do me a favor. Take my word. Listen to 2 things I'm going to ask you to listen to. Okay? Look up Johnny Cash's song, Ragged Old Flag. Okay, I have it on my iPhone. I listen to it with my kids often. Maybe that will register with you. And when you're done with that, please, I beg of you, I'm going to hope that the person who helps me with my Facebook page can attach this YouTube video. But if it doesn't, go to YouTube. Look up Gordon Sinclair's speech on the Americans. This is a non-American. This speech was done over 45 years ago this month. Okay, this is what America is. Okay, is it perfect? No. The most staunchest supporters of America, the most patriotic of people, I guarantee you will look you in the eye and say, we don't have a perfect system. We don't have a perfect country. There's injustice out there. There's no doubt about it. Okay? But do yourselves a favor. Make your effort to change what you can change. Point the thumb at yourself instead of just yelling outside a house fire, fire. It does nothing for anybody. So please go look up Gordon Sinclair, The Americans. This gentleman put himself out there 45 years ago and made a speech about how he views America. Okay, I play this in my car sometimes. I swear to you, I crank it up and I get teary-eyed every time. It may not affect you that way, but I just had to speak on this subject. So again, I apologize, guys, if I sound a little ignorant. I'm not trying to be. You know, we're in a society where people get violent, kill people over different beliefs. Whether you believe in abortion, whether you believe in gay marriage, whether you believe in rights for guns, you know, stop killing each other. Okay, have a conversation. Affect change in the right way. All right, that's all I'm asking. So again, guys, please listen to this. If you support what I'm saying, share it with everybody. Spread the word, okay? If you don't believe what I'm saying, check your ego for a moment. Listen to what I'm talking about. Process what I'm saying. And ask yourself, what are these people kneeling for? Does anybody really know? Only one or two people that have kneeled for the anthem, I believe, have actually made a statement as to what they're kneeling for. What they do is they leave it open to interpretation, and other people run their agenda on both sides of the fence. The people that want to feel that they're unjust want to take it and run with that. The people that are patriotic want to take it and say what a slap in the face is. Ask the person doing the kneeling, why are they doing it? Okay, we don't communicate enough. All right, that's all I've got, guys. Thanks for listening. Love you guys.